Happy Monday, everybody. We are going to start back in our passport, holiday passport around the world in our December packets. And we're going to be doing St. Lucia today, or St. Lucia. I'm not sure which one it is. It's right before Christmas in Australia, which is where we left off last week, in case your page is still there. St. Lucia. Let's read about it. St. Lucia is celebrated in many Scandinavian countries, but it originates from Sweden. Oh, remember, Sweden's right across from where she can see in our book. It is celebrated on December 13th. St. Lucia is the queen of light, and she is said to bring light and joy during the darkest time of year. People travel far and wide to eat the delicious foods served during St. Lucia. You need to help plan the shopping list for the feast. This is a little bit similar to what we did before Thanksgiving. So look at these funny foods. They eat risgrungrot, which is a rice oatmeal, almonds, you guys know that, meatballs, small hot dogs, salmon, lussekatter, sweet rolls, rice pudding, and glögg. I'm not even sure what that is. So it tells you how much is needed here. You need, for example, for the rice oatmeal, risgrungrot, they need 8.5 cups, and it costs $3.20 individually. So you're going to multiply to get this answer. Multiply 8.5 times 320. So let's do that. Now remember, we're looking at digits here. So this is 2 digits, this is 3, so we put that 3-digit one on top. So we've got 3.20 times 8.5. And then we just multiply as we normally would. So we circle our ones. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 2 is 10. I carry my 1. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. Done with the ones, I cross it off and immediately write my 0. And you can go back through and erase or cross off any of your carries as well. Now we start with the tens. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 2 is 16. Carry my 1. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 1 is 25. Now I add. 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, 6 plus 6 is 12, carry the 1, 5 plus 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7, 2 plus nothing is 2. Ooh, that's my answer, $27,200. Is that how much it's going to cost for rice oatmeal? Oh no, we have to add in our decimal points. And if you can't see them anymore because you've covered it up, look back at your original. We're going to count. We've got 1, 2, 3 decimals we need to move. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, $27 is way better than $27,000. So my total cost for the risgrungrot rice oatmeal is $27.20. Now, you will notice that they haven't done the same thing for all of these. So this almonds, for example, we don't know how much they were individually. We know you needed 2 bags and the total was $16.88. So what do we do here? We have to divide. We have to, opposite of multiplication, this is multiply, so it's 2 times what equals $16.88. Well, we can do the opposite of that is division. So we're going to do 16.88 divided by 2. Which number goes in the house? The first number goes in the house. 16.88 divided by 2. And remember, before we start a division problem with decimals, we check our decimal and move the decimal to the roof. And move the Christmas lights up, put the Christmas lights on the roof. And now we just divide like normal. Can 2 fit into 1? No. Can 2 fit into 16? Yes. 2 times 8. 8 times 2 is 16. My next step is subtract. Remember, our steps are divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. So now I bring down my 8. How many times does 2 go into 8? Oh, I know that fact. 4 times. 4 times 2, I multiply, subtract. 8 minus 8 is 0. Bring down my 8. This is 2 into 8 again. I know it's another 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Subtract. I have nothing left to bring down. I have no remainder. 8.44 or $8.44 is the total, is the individual cost. 2 times 8.44 is 16. And you can check your work here, right? if we have two groups of 844 and we multiply it, 8, 8, 16, count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1688. So we know we got it right. Okay, let's do meatballs. They also do meatballs. I'm actually going to leave that one for you, but I'm going to give you the hint on what you do. You're going to multiply to get that answer. Same thing for this one, for rice pudding. You're going to multiply to get that answer. Remember, you multiply and then count your decimals up. And we're going to do the ones that are a little more tricky. The small hot dogs, the salmon, and the Lucia sweet rolls, and the glog. So let's look at small hot dogs. Something times something, let's look at this, something times $1.30 equals $32.50. Well, anytime we don't know something, we can do the opposite of it. So instead of multiplication, we're going to do division. So $32.50 divided by 130 is going to give us our something. Which number goes in the house? The first number always goes in the house. $32.50 divided by 1.30. Now remember, when we divide decimals, we have to figure out where our Christmas lights are going to go on the roof. So we have to get rid of it first. So we're going to go over 1, 2, over 1, 2, put that light on the roof. Goes right up and goes on the roof. Now we get to divide as normal. 130 into 3, can't do it. 130 into 32, can't do it. 130 into 325, yeah, that's going to work. Let's see, 130 times 2 would be 260. Let's try 130 times 3. 390, too big. So we have to do times 2. Right over the 5, which is where we're going into 325. Now we multiply. We know our answer already is 260. Subtract. 5 minus 0 is 5. I can't take 6 away from 2, so I have to borrow. This 3 becomes a 2. 12 minus 6 is 6. 2 minus 2 is 0. I bring down 650. Okay, well, we know that 130 times 3 was 390. Let's try 130 times 4. 0, 12, 5, 20. Can we fit another one? 130 times 5, 0, 15, 650. Ooh, exactly. So this is going to be 5. 5 times 130 is 650. Subtract. There's nothing left to bring down. My answer is 25. 25 small hot dogs are needed, and they cost $1.30 each for a total of $32.50. Okay, let's do salmon. 4.75 times something equals 57. 4.75 times something equals 57. So let's take a look. Remember, 4.75 times something equals 57. Well, what's the opposite of multiplication? Division. So let's do 57 divided by 4.75. And remember, we want the bigger number first. 57 goes in the house, divided by 4.75. I've got a decimal there. I have to take care of it first and move my decimal to the roof, put the Christmas lights on the roof. So I move it over 1, 2 spaces. Where's my decimal here? Right there, invisible. So I'm going to go 1, 2 spaces. It goes to the roof, and then I annex my zeros. Now I can multiply. And if you want to rewrite that problem, you can. 475 divided by 5,700. If you want to rewrite it so that you don't have your little floopy floops and roof, you can. But your decimal point is right there. So now we divide. How many times can 475 go into 5? Oh, it can't. What about 57? Nope, still can't. What about 570? Yeah, I think it's going to just fit once though, right? 1 times 475 is 475. I can't take 5 away from nothing, so I have to borrow. 10 minus 5 is 5. I can't take 7 away from 6, so I have to borrow. I can take 7 away from 16, that's a 9. Now I bring down 950. I hope that's going to fit twice. Let's see if it's going to fit twice. Let's do some scratch paper math on the side. 475 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 7 is 14 plus 1 is 15. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. Ooh, yes, 950 fits exactly. 475 times 2 we know is 950. 950 minus 950 is nothing. Anything minus itself is nothing. There's nothing left to bring down, so it's 12. There's 12 pounds of salmon. It costs $4.75 a pound for the total of $57. Okay, Lucicater. 2 more, you guys, of these. Lucicaters, sweet rolls. Something times 635 equals 6350. Something times 635 equals 6350. Well, let's change that to a division problem. Opposite of multiplication. 63.50 divided by 6.35 equals what? 63.50 divided by 6.35 equals what? My bigger number goes in the house. 63.50 divided by 6.35. Now remember, anytime you see a decimal in the divisor, we have to take care of it first, and we have to move our Christmas lights. So I'm going to go bump, 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 up to the top, put the Christmas light on the roof. Now look at this, you guys. Now I have 635 into 635. Oh my gosh, that's a 1. 635 minus 635 is 0. I bring down a 0. How many times does 635 go into 0? 0 times. 0 times 635 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. I have nothing left to bring down. My answer is 10. There's 10 sweet rolls needed. 10 Lucicaters. And remember, you're still going to be doing these ones on your own, because these ones are the ones with just multiplication of decimals. I want you to get that practice. Let's do glog. Glog. Something times 75 cents is $37.50. Something times 75 cents is $37.50. Well, we can do the opposite. $37.50 divided by 75 cents is what? So $37.50 goes in the house, divided by 0.75. I have a decimal in the divisor. I have to take care of it first. It moves over 1, 2 spaces, so I move my decimal 1, 2 spaces up to the top, put the Christmas light on the roof. And now I get to divide like normal. Can 75 go into 3? No, too big. Can 75 go into 37? No, too big. So it's going to have to go into 375. So 75, let's take a guess. 75 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25, 35, 36, 37. Oh my goodness, that was totally a guess, and I nailed it. Nailed it on the first guess. So 5 times 75 is 375. Subtract 375 minus 375 is 0. Bring down a 0. How many times does 75 go into 0? 0 times. 0 times 75 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. I don't have anything left to bring down. I'm done. 50 glogs, whatever a glog is, times 75 cents each is $37.50. Okay, you're in charge of making Lucicater for the school St. Lucia celebration. You need to make 16 Lucicaters, and each one requires 2.5 cups of flour. How many total cups of flour will you need? So let's think that problem through a little bit. You need to make 16 Lucicaters, which I'm thinking maybe is like a cake like that. I should look it up and tell you guys. Let's see. I'll look it up right now. A Lucicater. Lucicater. Lucicater is, Googling, oh, it's like a bun, like a saffron bun. I'm going to try and move my camera here to show you. Oh, it's upside down. Let's go this way. Look at that. Look at those buns. Lucicater, Swedish saffron buns. Okay. You need to make 16 of them, and each one requires 2.5 cups of flour. So if you make one and it needs 2.5 cups of flour, then you need to make another one for 2.5 cups of flour. You need to do that 16 times. We could do repeated addition or we can do multiplication. So on this one, you're going to multiply 16 times 2.5. So you're going to have to set it up. They both have 2 digits, 2.5 times 16, and multiply that one. So this one's going to be 16 times 2.5, and I want you to do that one on your own. You can pause right now and do it, or you can do it after. Flour comes in 2 pounds each. How many packages will you need? Well, you're going to take your, let's see. This is a hard problem, you guys. Flour comes in packages of 2 pounds each. How many packages of flour will you need? So you imagine you're going to figure out how much flour. This is cups of flour. Cups of flour here. So we're going to, let's just do that one. Let's do that one together. 5 times 6. Oh, let's start with our ones. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 2 is 12. 13, 14, 15. I'm done with the ones. Cross it off and immediately write my 0. I can also go back and get rid of anything I carried. Now I do the tens. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 2 is 2. Done with that. Add. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 5 is 10. 2, 3, 4. Count my decimals. It was just 1, right? Let's check it. Yep, just 1 spot over. So I need 40 cups of flour. 40 cups of flour. Okay, now here's what this says. Flour comes in packages of 2 pounds each. How many packages will we need? And 1 pound is 4 cups of flour. So here's a package of flour. Sometimes I like to draw things out. Here's a package of flour. It's 2 pounds each. This is a 2-pound pack of flour. How many cups are in there? Let's figure that out. Hold on just 1 second. Okay, that's a 2-pound package of flour, and 1 pound is 4 cups. So if 1 pound is 4 cups, how many cups does this thing have? It's going to hold not 4, but 8 cups. So every package holds 8 cups. So we've got one packet, we've got 40 pounds to divvy up. So I've got 8 cups in that one, and 8 cups in this one, that's 16, and 8 cups in this one, that's 24, and 8 cups in this one, that's 32, and 8 cups in this one, that's 40. Ooh, that's division. 40 divided by 8 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 5 packages of flour. 5 packages of 2 pounds each. Okay, awesome work, you guys. That was a tricky one. Thanks for your endurance. Good job.